This is take one.
Cool. Right, I'm not really ready yet. My name's David Orkish. I'm a graphic designer. I've previously worked with the Edinburgh Capitals, had done for on and off for about 10 years. I think as a result of that, when the Racers began to form, Willie Dunn gave me a quick call and asked if me, along with my partner Carolyn, would like to get involved in helping rebrand the club and just really build something that the fans can be proud of. So I've been coming to Murrayfield Ice Rink for about 25 years, I think now, which is kind of unbelievable when you think about it. Still trying to warm up. I think the starting point for us was like, what is a racer? I think when you type it into Google, you're looking at motorbikes, jet planes, guys running 100 meters, quite a lot of random stuff. So I think the sort of first port of call and the first thing that interested me certainly was this idea of the motorbike, almost the Harley Davidson skulls with flames coming at the back, that kind of thing. Quite extreme initially. But then having sat down with Willie for a bit and had a few chats with him, he discussed and sort of told me the story of how the Racers came to being. So it was they were the Murrayfield Royals in the early 50s, and I believe they acquired some Haringey Racers hockey tops, which had racers on them. They were named for their greyhound track beside Haringey Arena. The kind of greyhound became quite a core idea with the way we wanted to approach this. So we had sort of two clear routes. We had the sort of biker, which is maybe a little bit more out there. We had the greyhound, so that's something I sat down and worked up. I started looking at the other hockey teams in the British leagues across the NIHL, SNL, EIHL, and just seeing what they were putting out there, just so we're separating ourselves from how they look and feel. Also looked at a lot of the NHL logos, overseas logos. I think they're the marks, they're the logos, they're the identities that started to feel like more ownable, something a little bit more lasting than, say, the classic angry character with hockey stick, which we certainly wanted to avoid with this project. So once we looked at a bunch of logos, we began to mood board looks and feel in terms of, again, going back to the motorbikes and going back to the greyhounds, seeing what started to work really nicely. And off the back of that, loads and loads of sketches, so just pages and pages of R's, skulls, wings, greyhounds, all these kind of things that gave a sense of speed. With colour, I think you have to keep the red. It's sort of symbolic of the racers themselves. But instead of going down sort of a red, white and blue route, we wanted to maybe change it a little bit, modernise it a little bit. So instead of the blue, we're using certainly more black than we did in the past. So that'll make the team feel modern, but still, again, touching on the past as well. And when we sat down with the first creative presentation with Willie, we showed them the two routes, the R with the wing coming out of it, and the greyhound. And I think I knew instantly where the preference lie, because Willie took one look at the greyhound and said, "What's his name?" So we did have we think about that briefly, and then we thought Rocky, after the old Murrayfield Racers coach Rocky Saganuik. And that just made sense. And again, it tied back into the past. After this, it was just taking that mark, honing it down, so really chiseling into it, making sure all the lines, all the bits, all the boring stuff that us designers love are spot on. So responsive design is a means of developing a mark or a brand that can work across all different media. So back in the 90s and the 80s, during the Racers' heyday, it was really just your jersey and your program you had to worry about, but now it's mobile phones, really tiny usage, and also big massive usage, so ice logos, bus size, all that kind of thing. So it's making sure you've got a brand that works across all these things effectively and in a nice balanced manner. We've also developed surrounding assets such as stripes, which give an idea of speed and also hark back again to the Racers' designs of the past. And it's also taking things like the C and the A from the word mark, so we can use them for the captain and the assistant marks on the jersey as well. So again, it's just integrating all aspects of the brand, so it all fits under one really nice, tidy umbrella. I think for this part, it's like trying to explain like shit that no one cares about. Do you know what I mean? It's like, how do you make responsive logo systems interesting to people?
I'm very interested in that.
Yeah. Are you you're interested in that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.